Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Five Dimensional Wellness YouTube channel. I am Jillian. I am an intuitive and an energy healer and a multidimensional coach. I help my clients I help them heal through energy healing and through epigenetics. But that's not what today's episode is about. Today's episode is going to be about the happenings of eclipse season, which is upon us. First and foremost, the portal for the eclipse season opened on the 22nd, 23rd, when the first new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees happened. And so this is like very new beginning vibes for everyone. Like we're starting at the 0 point. And so like what are you creating at this point? And eclipses always really give very strong energy of like transformation. The veil's very thin between, different timelines and, manifestations and getting what you want. So, in this YouTube video, I'm going to talk a little bit about eclipse season, kind of some of the themes that I've seen that I've been feeling into the collective, and also we're going to pull some cards. That way, those are available to you as well. So this, the energy so far has really been feeling like the universe is asking us to step in to who we need to be to get what we want. Right. And not even from a place of ego, what we want, but when we drop into our heart space and what we truly know is something that's meant for us, or something like whether it's a vision you're working on, whether it's a relationship you're calling in, like how can you step into who you need to be for that? How can you already step into that energy? How can you already embody that energy? And actually, my background today I chose because of the trees, a very grounded energy, but also just to remind us that like being in our body and the embodiment piece is so huge, right? Because if we're not in our body, we can't really actively make choices from our soul self and like from our knowing. We're kind of just all of our energies up here and it's floaty and it's disconnecting. And so when we come back into our body really brings us messages and tells us, hey, this feels really good to me, or this does not feel really good to me, and I don't want to do that. But the more you are able to connect with your body through these times and allow your intuition to guide you and take action, aligned action on what you're working towards. And even before I recorded this video, I was getting a lot of pressure in my third eye. And that really is showing me that, like, the universe is wanting us to trust ourselves again. How how can you listen to what's already been coming up? You don't need a signier sign. It's been coming up. It's something that you know it's time to like make the change. You're tired of being stuck in the same place. Like only you know that, but that's the energy that it's bringing. And so whenever you lean into that, and can you be honest with yourself about what that really is? Can you make that choice? And even if you don't make that choice, like that's okay too. But know that there's not going to be a lot of movement if you choose to stay where you're at, or if you choose to keep doing the same thing that you're doing. Um, yeah, a lot of discomfort sometimes comes up during eclipse season because a lot of mirrors are brought up from the universe, especially with this time, this eclipse season happening in Virgo with the new moons. It's definitely calling us to be like, hey, what foundations have you been ignoring? And I think your intuition and that mind-body connection is a huge one that people forget about so often. And it's so easy in our world to be disconnected from our body, and even as the human part of me, I can definitely relate to that. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to deal with this emotion right now. Why am I going to go deeper into it? Right. But I know that whenever I am in my body, whenever I'm able to hear my intuition clearly and I trust it and I just take aligned action on it, it's definitely something that always is fruitful for me. Um, and even if it's in a way that like I don't completely understand, but I've already felt the energy shift from the eclipse from this new moon that happened last week or this past weekend, really. And it's bringing a lot of clarity. It's bringing a lot of clarity for people. It's really allowing us to step into our own power and figuring out how we can own what's going on in our life and also look at ourselves and say, I need to do better. And like not from a place of judgment or criticism, but just from a place of, I know I can do better than this. And so what are small, simple steps I can take to be this person, right? Even if it's just recording the video or, making the phone call, sending the email, making the decision. It's like something's been happening and you are aware of it and like you're tired of the cycle you've been in and you're ready to break out of it. So whenever you lean into that and you move forward and you're like, okay, I want to make this choice and I'm not only making the decision, so you're saying, nope, this is the direction I'm going, but you're also allowing yourself to embody what you need to do and who you need to be to when you make that decision and you're committing to it. You're not making the decision and then going backwards. Like you're literally just you're staying the course. You're staying the course. That way you can see the vision unfold because sometimes our human gets impatient and it's definitely hard to see the unfolding come about, right? But it's there, it's happening. No cards want to jump out at me right now. So we're just going to pick some. Inner truths. Oh no, we can't see it. Okay, here we go. Inner truths. Inner truths. That's the first card. So again, it comes back to the what are you avoiding? What do you know is true? And how can you like shine a light on that and then accept it? Even if it's a shadow piece of yourself that you're like, ooh, but I don't like that side of myself. How can you fully embody that? How can you fully embrace that part of yourself and say, you know what, this is who I am? Because we're not here to be perfect. None of this life experience is about perfectionism or being perfect or, showing up like you should. It's about your truth. It's about what you bring to the table. It's about who you are as a person deep down that maybe you're not willing to show up as or that you're not willing to open up to people about, but that's how you're going to find exactly what you need. That's how you're going to find the partner that you know you deserve because you're being your authentic self. Even if it's something that you're like, I don't like that part of myself very much, but like if you can own it, like nobody can tell you shit. So really remembering that. The second card is Bountiful Harvest. Can't get it too close. Bountiful Harvest. So this card is definitely something that's like we've planted seeds, right? We've been planting seeds. Now it's time to really embody what we need to so that way we can reap that harvest. And I think or I feel like the last 4 months of the year that are upon us are definitely going to be that time where it's like, okay, it's harvest time. We're able to get everything that we've been working towards, and we're allowing ourselves to fully embody it. We're allowing ourselves to fully embody it. And so you're finally able to get like reap reap the rewards, right? As long as you are listening to your intuition and as long as you're connecting in with yourself and figuring out like what is happening for you and how you can keep showing up in that way. So, bountiful harvest, inner truths. How can you be more yourself? That way you are able to really collect everything you've been working towards. What if, like, just shifting that one thing or accepting that one thing about yourself is what opens up a completely different world for you to be able to receive more or for you to be able to hold more in the sense of abundance and the sense of love? Like, all of these things are relevant and all of these things like play in together. So, where are you playing small? Where are you not asking for enough? Like, be honest with yourself. Like, is it because you feel like you can't do that? And if not, get curious and say why. Um, Card. Oh, another card. Trust the timing. So trust the timing is always like really important. And we were talking about like the impatience piece earlier. with being human and how common that can be. So trust the timing. Like, know that everything you've been working for is coming to you and it's on its way, right? Like it's on its way. You just have to continue to hold the vision, believe that it's happening, keep taking the aligned action and keep showing up. Because if you stop, it's like the meme where it's like there's the guy in the cave and he's like a diamond's right on the other side and he's like about to give up. Like at what point do you call it? Like you can set those boundaries, but also are you using your guides? Are you talking to your guides? Are you talking to your angels? Are you asking them for support and help? Because that can be huge as well. Um, you are awake. You are awake now. Keep your light lit. This is again being embodied, like being embodied, like you have been awakened. You've taken these steps on your spiritual journey for you to be at this point. So, how can you keep your light lit? How can you continue this pattern of your awakening, of moving into your highest timeline and connecting deeper with your highest self? Because when we lean into these things, it's really going to allow us to have this bountiful harvest. It allows us to accept ourselves, to love ourselves. Ooh, that was aggressive. Um, and really trust everything is working for us. So two more cards, and then that's it. Revisit your path and see how it all worked out. Where have you maybe felt like you were not where you needed to be in the past? Where have things come up in the past? Or has someone seen this inner side of you or like, and notice how it's all worked out. Notice how everything that's come up as a problem in your life has worked out, whether it was the outcome you wanted or the lesson you desired. Like sometimes that's just not how this works, but you're still here. You're still here and you're on this journey and you're learning more and you're expanding and you're going forward and you're ready for that bountiful harvest. So reminding yourself to see how it all worked out throughout your life is going to be a huge place of connection. And, these connection points of when we're doing things that maybe feel scary, like stepping into this new energy that you're trying to embody or that you want to embody, like remember that even though it feels scary, it does not mean that it's not going to work, and it does not mean that you can't do it or that it's not meant for you. Sometimes there's just discomfort before you can really stretch into that new version of yourself because, it's like wearing a hat, right? Like maybe the first time you get the hat and you put it on and it's uncomfortable, but then the more you wear it, like it kind of molds to your head. So it's your own hat. So that was an analogy from a friend. So, but they just wanted me to bring it up again. So, last card is 444. Angels are moving things. Again, where are you not asking your guides? Where are you not asking your guides? This is something that's super important because they want to help us, but they can't unless we give them permission. So being sure to keep that line of communication open. And if you are not sure how to talk to your guides or ask your guides things, this is something that I go over in my one-on-one spiritual mentorship group. And so this is something that's available if that interests you. I am taking 4 more clients for the month of August for my spiritual mentorship. It's a 6-week program where we dive into energetics, energetic hygiene, your clairs, which are your intuitive gifts, setting up protection and, talking to your guides and creating that relationship. So there's that 6-week program. If you just want a quick reset with one intention, then you can definitely book a one-on-one, a high energy healing session with me. Or your last option is the Soul Spark session, which is in a 20-minute, a high energy healing that's offline. And then you get intuitive guidance with card pulls. So as a recorded video. If you liked this video, like and subscribe. And my booking link is in the comments. I hope to see some of you there soon.